What's up, my friends, from the rooftop up here in beautiful San Cristóbal de las Casas. Gonna give time for everybody to file in. Show you the view right here that I'm looking at. Looking over San Cristóbal de las Casas in the beautiful state of Chiapas. We're gonna discuss travel plans. I've been getting the question a lot as I've spent a month here now in Chiapas. People are asking, hey, when are you going back to Playa? What are your plans? We'll discuss that. Do a Q&A about Chiapas as well, San Cristóbal, everything I've learned here. We're going to talk about health, physical health, mental well-being, kind of changes, things that I've experienced here in Chiapas. Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, that is the spot. What's happening? Good crew filing in here. We got relocations in the house. We got Jason. Hey, what's up, Jason? Doom Trooper, what's up, my dude? Good to hear from you. That's the thing. Helen Young hitting the question right there. When will you return to Playa? It's a great question, guys. I'm probably going to end up doing a full video on that subject, but I have to say the time to travel is now, in my opinion. Hey, Jill, good to hear from you. What I want to dig into is why I'll go back to Playa, why I won't go back to Playa, when I'll go back to Playa, all these questions I keep getting. And so I'm actually going to take my socks off, get a little sunshine. But I'm still young, guys. I'm 38. I want to keep traveling. And I want to preface this before I actually outright answer the question, when will I return to Playa? I want to preface it with the whole premise of what I do on the channel and why I retired early. And kind of what my passion has been since retiring has been finding and answering the question of where's the best place to spend my retirement as far as the cost of living versus the quality of life. And what's happened in Playa del Carmen, I left on June 4th and got on the train Maya, I guess on June 5th actually. So I've been here over a month. And hey, we got Nova Scotia in the house. What's up, Kevin? So I've been gone over a month, and why did I leave in the first place? Well, I live 3 blocks from the beach, guys, and I had not gone for a swim in Playa del Carmen since March. So I'm paying a premium. I'm generally spending more than $3,000 a month to live a rich life, a good life in Playa del Carmen, yet my goal in life was to swim every single day, was to be on the beach every single day. And actually I was having some health issues from doing the sargassum videos because of the off-gassing. I was actually feeling pretty crummy. I was having some weird anxiety. I was having respiratory and sinus issues. Hey, what's up there? Good to see you, my friend. We got Linda in the house from Texas. Great group here so far. Thank you, everyone. Double tap your screen to like this so it can reach more people. Is San Cristóbal de las Casas going to be a replacement for Playa del Carmen? Absolutely not. But what I'm out looking for is other home bases, places where I can say, hey, Playa del Carmen's too expensive versus the quality of life. I'm going to go over here for a month. I'm going to save a boatload of money. And I do have a video coming up on what I spent here my first month, my cost of living, my actual cost of living in San Cristóbal de las Casas. It's absolutely shocking. And if I'm not going to be able to swim in the ocean anyway, and I have to take a ferry out to Cozumel, or I have to go to a cenote, ride my bicycle out to Cenote Los Buos, which by the way has changed a ton and is no longer a tranquil, cool spot, I'm going to pop out here for a month. I'm going to save $2,000+ just by being here. And I've gone to some gorgeous places. I wanted to take the moment to announce some upcoming videos I have from some parts unknown here in Chiapas. We actually went to the Guatemala border the other day. So I've been a busy guy and thoroughly exploring as much of this beautiful state as possible. We have Kevin here says, yeah, the exchange rate is crazy now too. Exactly. So 17.5 to 1 for the US dollar. The Canadian dollar is much weaker than that. And so it begs the question, where's the place where we go when we need to live on a budget or we want to save some money? And the heat is out of control. It's super hot in Playa del Carmen right now. The beaches are absolutely riddled with sargassum. There's no way to sugarcoat it. The beaches are unusable, basically. And I know that parts of Playa Car are probably okay, but for the most part, all right, sounds good. 2 tickets trip, good to see you. Hey, what's up, Brentley? How you doing, my friend? Abram Hernandez, man, he says, have a beer on me, sir. Thank you so much, Abram. Good to see you, brother. And I will take you up on that beer because in 2.5 hours, we have the FIFA World Cup Marruecos contra Francia, Morocco and France match. So I'll grab a Modelo. Thank you, my friend. Te agradezco mucho. So I wanted to be clear on exactly why I'm not going straight from here back to Playa, but then that begs the question, well, hey, where will you go? And that's kind of the million peso question. I love Mexico. Mexico deserves a lifetime worth of exploration. Nice question there, Tom. I think you already know the answer to that. I'll leave that up to your imagination. And beyond that, she's just a great person to be around and makes really good media lunas and mates. But guys, where will I go? And that's something that I'm dedicating my life to answering, not just for myself, but for all of you watching this channel. And that's why I appreciate you subscribing, because I'm thoroughly exploring places in depth. I'm not just going to a place for 2 days or 3 days. I'm staying in places like this for a month. And by the way, I have an apartment rental video coming out on Sunday, and then tomorrow's video I go to a Pueblo Mágico that many people have never heard of. I go to some lagunas right on the Guatemala border. So I really try to dig deep and answer the questions about cost of living, quality of life, the pros, the cons. And so that's what I'm going to be doing actually for the next foreseeable future, maybe the next 4 or 5 months. If I go back to Playa in 2026, it won't be until late November or early December when the weather cools down, the sargassum clears up, the vibe picks up. And quite frankly, a lot of my friends who have the financial means to leave Playa del Carmen, they do leave. They go to Europe, they go to Southeast Asia, they go to even Northern Africa. They disappear. They go to Egypt, they go to Tunisia. So there's other places in the world, and I'm going to be bringing you content, spoiler alert, probably from Thailand. No, at this time I'm not traveling with Agustina, but thanks for asking. She is, as far as I know, right now in Argentina with family and training and working on doing her dancing thing. So thank you, Wayne, for that. Always good vibes from Wayne. I'm going to keep digging deeper into Mexico, of course, but for now, guys, spoiler alert, I think I'm going to go hop on a plane to Thailand. And there's a few islands in Thailand, Malaysia, the Philippines, Indonesia that I think are very worthy of exploration. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a Starlink Mini so that I can go find the next spot. I don't want to be beholden to staying in places that just have good Wi-Fi. Now, I'm very blessed here in this particular hostel where I am to have Wi-Fi to do this live stream. But imagine, going a month and a half without being able to do one of these live streams and fill you in. That would really suck because I have boots on the ground and I'm gathering all these data and these valuable nuggets of information, and then I wouldn't be able to share them with you. So I think I'm going to grab a Starlink Mini and take just my basic kit. Of course, Dronaldo will come along. I've got a DJI Neo as well. And I am brainstorming name ideas for the Neo for Dronaldo's little brother. Let me know what I should name the Neo. The plane ticket from Mexico, I'm not sure. I'm actually going to fly out of the US. I think I'm going to fly from Denver. And I'm just watching flights right now. I am going to pop in and visit my dad. He's 81 years old, and I haven't seen him in over 1.5 years, which is just crazy how the time goes by. And so I will have to also prioritize family and seeing my dad. And yeah, Rob, I've been talking with William Taudian as well. He's in Pattaya. Nice there on the name, but I don't think so. That one's not gonna fly on YouTube. But yeah, I'm gonna meet up with William at some point. I've got a few islands I want to explore, but I also want to explore Bangkok. I'm a huge fan of Thai food, and Bangkok has been described to me as first world infrastructure with third world prices and top-notch food. So the gastronomia is something I'm really trying to hit. Thank you, Jill, for the feedback. Yeah, the Starlink Mini is something that I haven't really needed. It's been more of a want, but at this point I can justify it. Getting the unlimited data. Imagine, guys, I can be live streaming to you all from a sandbar on an island in the Philippines, or from the jungle or from a river, directly live streaming. All I have to do is set up the Starlink Mini, plug in the portable power source, and we can live stream for an hour or two from anywhere in the world. So hey, we got Germany in the house. Great hearing from you. I also love Playa del Carmen, guys. And that's the other thing, is I'm missing my friends there. I'm missing the community. And don't get me wrong, I'm homesick for Playa. That's been my home for the last 3 years. But I think it really begs the question, if my cost of living is $3,000 a month, I'm paying $18,000 a month for rent to live near the beach, and I can't use the beach 6-8 months out of the year, I got to go find my other 2 or 3 options, my other potential home bases. And San Cristóbal could definitely be one of them, for like, say, 1 to 3 months a year, where I just come here as I'm transitioning to a different place. So we've got Linda says, I would love Thailand. I would love to watch your videos from there. So thank you guys for the feedback on that one. And Brent says, did you keep your apartment there, or do you have to shop for a new one when you're back? I'm pretty good friends with the owner of the building, but I didn't keep my apartment there. I'll probably rent the penthouse in the same building when I go back. But I'm not willing to pony up the $18,000, if I'm being honest, to live there right now with the heat the way it is and with the beaches the way they are. So Valencia, Spain says, Kyron says, I moved to Valencia, best move I ever made. Nice. Thanks for sharing, guys. Let me know in the comments where else in Mexico you would consider living, what cities you want me to cover, what countries you want me to cover. But I also think Malaysia is incredibly interesting. And the way I understand it, the DTV visa for Thailand is super easy to get. You have to show about 15 to 20,000 in your account, US, and you get a 5-year re-entry type visa. That's what William Taudian did. And so he'll be in Thailand probably for the foreseeable future. Hey, Alan says, walking 38th is not the same without running into you. I appreciate you saying so, Alan. And that is the thing I miss the most, is just seeing friendly faces, familiar faces every time I leave my place. You can't put a price on that. So will I be back to Playa? Of course I will. Vallarta area is nice. Yeah, Nayarit. I actually used to live in Puerto Vallarta and loved it. The prices, the rents have gone through the roof. I used to pay 9,000 pesos for a 3-bedroom in La Zona Romantica, right in front of the farmer's market on Lázaro Cárdenas. So tough to go back there. We got Walt Magnato says, anywhere in South America on your bucket list? Yeah, so I used to live in Cuenca, guys. When I first started this journey and my YouTube channel had like 50 subscribers, I was living in Cuenca, Ecuador. And unfortunately, I was not really actively uploading on YouTube at the time. I was doing Instagram. So guys, if you want to see my Ecuador content, just follow me on Instagram and go way in the way back machine, and you'll see what my life was like in Ecuador. It was a fantastic quality of life, but the country became quite dangerous. And so I would say for South America, Brazil and Argentina are on my bucket list. And I'm going to do a deep dive into both countries, but they're both enormous countries with so much to offer. And so I want to do Southeast Asia first. And then when I come back to the Western Hemi, I will be allocating 3 months each to Brazil and Argentina. So look, we're only gifted with so much time on this planet. And when I really think about the things I want to do, see, and show all of you, I have to really start to budget my time more than I have to budget my money. And 1 month here, 3 months there, that really adds up, and it starts to add up to years and eventually decades. And so I'm giving this a lot of thought, and I value all of your feedback so much. The sinus is definitely on the mend, Kevin, but I will say it's been a little bit of a challenge here. You can't see it today, but I'll show you guys kind of a panoramic of San Cristóbal. And this is San Cristobalito up there on that hill, the church. Hey, what's up, Noe Martinez in the house. Good to see you, Noe. And you can't notice it today, but there's a lot of smoke and exhaust here from the vehicles, which has actually irritated my sinuses a bit. And there's also a water issue here as well. And I was brushing my teeth with the water when I got here. I got like a cold sore. I got potentially salmonella, but not severe. I was just very nauseous. And then I stopped brushing my teeth with the water and I got quite a bit better. So I think I got a virus or something, but I'm pretty good overall. Hey, what's up, Marcella? How you doing? She says, hey, Blondie. Gotta love Marcella. Having you here, always good. Warms my heart. Yeah, so with that, back to the time allocation in life. Hey, thank you, brother. Tuvu, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Always being so supportive of the channel, no matter where I am, really does mean the world to me. Where are you at right now? Are you in Playa? Let me know. But back to the time allocation thing, you know, you figure, hey, you get maybe, I'm 38, maybe I get another 40, 50 years on this planet, maybe more, who knows? I got to be optimistic, but maybe less, you never know. And so doing 3 to 6 months in a place and considering each one of those 6-month periods kind of a chapter in your life, you know, maybe you only get 60 or 70 of those, and it reads like a novel, and it's a very interesting life at that point. But there's so many places to consider. A friend of mine's, he's now a friend, but he was my friend's brother, but now I consider him a buddy. He's in Poland right now. He's going to Uzbekistan. There's so much to see on this planet. Okay, back in Playa for a while, came back from Bacalar. Nice, man. You spent a while in Bacalar. Let us know how that was for you longer term. Let us know how long you were there. Because Bacalar is a place where I've considered buying a sailboat and spending water to swim. You can kayak every day. Hey, we got Bjarn in the house. Hopefully I'm not losing you guys. I'm up on the roof. Hopefully the signal's staying okay. It might have dropped off just a little bit there. Awesome, yeah. Sandy says going to Bacalar because of your videos. Yeah, Bacalar is just a heck of a place. Absolutely gorgeous. And that fresh water, swimming every morning, that place was really good for my health, really good for my sinuses. So definitely a spot worth spending some time. We got Toronto in the house. Bjarn, great hearing from you. How's Denmark right now? Your Denmark summer is probably pretty nice. Sandy says, sounds like I'll be in Thailand after if you post videos there. Yeah, Thailand is just, there's still some very unspoiled places. And, you know, if I bring the Starlink Mini with me, I'm not going to be, that's probably what I'm most excited about, is I'm not going to have to choose where I stay based on Wi-Fi speeds. And for most of us who work online or have YouTube channels and need to upload videos and live stream, this was not an option a few years ago. And now the Starlink has become strong enough to live stream from remote places. So yeah, what's up? Nature Joe says, oh, live, let's go. Oh, Bjarn says very hot right now in Denmark, no AC. We got Vancouver in the house. What's up, Stylus? Looking at buying property in Playa Car Phase 1. What are your thoughts long term? Yes, I've been to Holbox there. Love Holbox. I was there last August, actually. It was quite hot. I did a video on Punta Mosquito and I mistimed the tide. And I was like up to my chest in water to go out to the sandbar, and then I had to go back the same day when the tide went down. But it was a pretty wild experience. I love Holbox. As far as buying in Phase 1 Playa Car, that I will say that's generally where the sargassum is worst. So if you want my true honest opinion, I think there's a little bit of risk there with erosion, but it depends on where in phase one. If you're back a little ways from the beach, I kind of like phase two. I like the leaf condos, although I think their price point is still a little bit high. And that's more phase two. So, I would do your due diligence. And hey, what's up? We got Raul in the house. He says, you coming back to Playa? Yeah, that's what we're kind of answering in this video. I'm going to be out looking for other bases around the world. I'm going to be traveling for a while, probably back to Playa in high season when the volleyball crew and everybody returns. So probably late November, mid-December. James lives in paradise. Yeah, that's the $1 million question is, when are you coming back to Playa? Of course I'm going to come back, guys. I'm already homesick after 1 month, but I have some traveling I need to do for sure. Hey, thanks, Oscar. Appreciate you, my friend. We got Chad in the house, says we were heading out of Mexico now. We followed a lot of your recommendations while down here. Got a slick haircut where you recommended. Awesome, glad to hear it, Chad. What's your next travel destination, Chad? I know you and the family travel a lot. I'm always interested to hear where you're going next. We got Pedro in the house. Hey, good to see you, Pedro. Sunset Fisherman's Resorts. I haven't been down there in a little over a month, but last time I was down there, that's where the beach starts clearing up. So it's usually one of the better parts of Playa Car. Hey, happy birthday. We got B Banger right there. B-Day today. Birthday wishes to you, my friend. We got Mike Morgan in the house. Oh yeah, you know what, Bjarn? I mean, you're coming back in January, if I remember right. I should be back in Playa then for sure. I love November, mid-November, and honestly, Dia de los Muertos is a good time to get back. So late October, early November. But mid-November to like mid-March is just prime time to be in Playa. It would be really hard for me to miss those months in Playa. I've said it before, but there's really nowhere else in the world I'd rather be when the beach conditions are on point and the weather's a little cooler at night. In Playa, that's my go-to spot for sure. Nature Joe says, where else in Mexico you consider? Man, there's so many spots. I mean, I would go do Mazatlan for a month, La Paz, certain parts of Oaxaca like Huatulco. Puerto Escondido is a cool spot, especially considering like if you have Starlink Mini. That was always the drawback with Puerto Escondido, is people would say it's a little too escondido, and a lot of that was just the lack of good Wi-Fi. So there's a lot of spots in Mexico, but also inland. I mean, Guanajuato, man, Morelia. There's so many places in this beautiful country. Yeah, guys, we got some good FIFA today. Mike pointing that out. We got some solid FIFA. And congrats to you, buddy, on Inglaterra beating Mexico. That was pretty painful, I'm not going to lie. We actually raced back from the Guatemala border at breakneck speeds. Oh, almost lost my OJ. I caught it, man. Hands rating 99. We raced back from basically Guatemala just to watch England beat Mexico, which was rough for us, but congrats to England. Bucerías is a cool spot. I mean, it's been up and coming for a long time. Puebla is, of course, on the list. Bucerías is a great community. I mean, you've got a very strong expat community there, especially Canadians, well represented. So Bucerías, I think the real estate prices have probably already boomed. And so if you're looking to buy, you're going to be paying a premium, but it's a gorgeous spot. I mean, those views of Bahía de Banderas are absolute next level. Wow, South Korea, Switzerland, surrounding countries. Have you been? Where else are you thinking for travel? I haven't been to South Korea or Switzerland, but both are, great options on the list for me. For me, I'm probably going to do Thailand, Malaysia, maybe even Japan. One thing on my bucket list is to go stay with a family in Okinawa, somewhere in the blue zone and stay with a multi-generational household and learn from them about their food, their lifestyle, their philosophy regarding family life, community. I'm very fascinated with blue zones. I used to live in a blue zone in Ecuador, and I also visited Vilcabamba, Ecuador, where people generally live to about 100 years old. I met one old man with a cow. He was out walking his cow, and he was 110 years old in the outskirts of Cuenca. So Japan's on the list for sure. I was just told by a buddy here at the hostel that now is a good time to go to Japan regarding the exchange rate, etc. So I'll do some more looking into that. Thank you so much, Jill. So sweet. She's like to help with your Starlink. So kind of you, as always, Jill. Really appreciate you. And I'm really hoping, oh, Bjarn says, what's blue zone? That's generally just the term for an area where people live to be 100 or more years old. So there's blue zones in Ecuador, Costa Rica, Japan, Mexico as well, all over, even California's got one. So, but Jill, thank you. I'm hoping this Starlink mini setup will pay dividends for all of us, that I can bring you valuable information from places where I otherwise wouldn't be able to. So cheers to you, Jill. A big orange juice salute. And that's one of my hidden requirements anywhere I go. I have to be able to get either fresh coconut water or fresh orange juice, or both. Last day in San Cris. We'll be missing this city. Yeah, it's a gorgeous place. Yes, that's right. B-Banger mentioned the Seventh-day Adventists in California. Fun fact, they all play pickleball. And pickleball, those lateral movement sports like tennis and pickleball, seem to have something to do with people's wellness and longevity. And guys, thanks again to everyone here supporting the channel, whether you're supporting it by smashing the like button with a super chat, or by contributing to the conversation. I just want to let you all know you are greatly appreciated. And I'm going to be trying to get back to doing the Thursday live streams consistently, because I think it's a really good time to update you all on what videos are coming on the weekend, so you can kind of contribute to the discussion there. And so, for example, this weekend, tomorrow, I've got Parts Unknown, Chiapas, the Mexico You've Never Seen, which is more of a documentary style, covering one of the Pueblos Mágicos and the history there. And then also a national park near Guatemala. And then on Sunday, I've got the apartment rentals video coming out. So, and I think the cost per month for unlimited roam on the Starlink Mini, Jason, is $150 US a month. I'll have to double check that, but I think that's the number I remember seeing was $150. And I can easily justify that if I'm able to live stream 2 or 3 times a week for you guys. And go, let me know what you think about this. I love doing long form videos, cinematic, drone shots, all this stuff, and editing and all that. I actually really enjoy the editing now. I didn't used to. But what do you think if I was to do, when I have the Starlink Mini, 3 to 5 live streams a week and maybe 1 long form, edited video, so I can bring real-time views, real-time information? Let me know what you think about that. If you like that idea, just type live stream in the chat. So that's something that's been on my mind. Who am I pulling for in FIFA now in soccer? I kind of like Morocco at this point, but I'm a huge fan of the England squad. Just as far as from a sheer talent point of view. I mean, obviously you have Harry Kane, but Gordon is a freaking beast. I was just shocked at his open field speed. And man, he's got a boot on him as far as just putting shots on goal. So I think England is a really fun squad to watch. And we got Mike Morgan, who's a big England fan, so I know he'll be happy, which kind of makes me happy. Okay, so Jason says that would be amazing. We got a few people who says yes, live stream. Yeah, I haven't been swimming lately, but Claudia, I'm actually in tomorrow's video. I got the Chiapas on. I found a really good swimming spot. So getting in the water is key. Let's go. So really good feedback from you guys. More live streams will be cool. Yeah, thanks, Jill. I appreciate the feedback. More lives. Okay, cool. that's all I really needed to know, is that, you know, I value your feedback like gold. I don't want to just make any big changes to the channel if you guys aren't on board. But yeah, I appreciate your support on the travels, because it's been a dream for a long time to be hitting some lesser known parts of the world, but still be connected. And that's finally possible, and I would be foolish not to take advantage of that. Thank you, my friend. We get some positive feedback here. Greetings from New York. We got New York in the house. Norway all the way for Stylus. Yeah, Norway's got a freaking squad too, no doubt. Let's see who else we got. We got Helen. Are you still buying a place in Playa? Yeah, I'm probably gonna buy a place in Playa. I still really like the condos on 38th, under 200K or in the low 200s. But at this point, I want to do my traveling without having the headache of having the place sitting empty or having to rent it out. So I think I'm going to bide my time, but I'm going to keep watching a list of properties. I'm going to stay in contact with my Casa, with Raul, and have him keep an eye on the situation for me in case I want to come back and maybe put in a cash offer on something. The temp here in Fahrenheit is, I don't know, I haven't looked at it. It feels nice. It feels like it's in the mid 70s right now. So it feels really, really comfortable. Really enjoying the weather here for sure. Not sweating my gonads off all day, every day has been a nice change. Let me know, guys, in the comments if you've been to, if you have a favorite island or a favorite place in the Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand. I won't just be doing islands. I'll probably hit Chiang Mai, Chiang Dao, maybe Pattaya, go visit William, WT over there, William Taudian. Let's see, Iceland, worth a visit. I lived there for 2 years. It's so different than any place I've been. Yeah, Iceland is definitely intriguing. Any place that has, like, you know, hot springs and thermal waters and all that, yet is cold and chilly, is always a nice, it feels so good for the health. In my state of Oregon, I'm from Portland, Oregon, but in the center and down near Eugene and out into the mountains, there's hot springs I like to go. And once again, if you guys check out my IG and go way, way, way back to the beginning, I did some some content from those hot springs where I'm out in, like, you know, tropical short shorts in the middle of the snow, and then I'm just getting into the hot springs, and it's that hot cold therapy is just so good. I love it. We got Dave Forbes in the house. Hola, hola. What's up, brother? Portugal was outstanding. So Madeira, Portugal. Yeah, I did Morocco last January, and I was kind of bummed that I didn't have more time to hit Portugal and Spain and even Tunisia. So Tunisia is actually on my radar at this point in a big way. I got some weird bug bites here, guys. It's always a weird kind of adaptation period when you go to a different climate and different place, and the insects are like, hey, there's a new guy, let's get him. So got a few weird, I don't know if they're mosquito bites or what, but I was out in the woods the other day as well. So this place, if you look around, I'll give you all the panoramic one more time here. Let's see if I can get that. Yeah. All the surrounding area, like up there, you've got Chamula, which is a mysterious kind of mountain village where they are not okay with having their photos taken or any filming. So I haven't filmed up there. We're just surrounded by abundant nature. And over this way, guys, is actually Arcotete, over that mountain. I did a video over there as well where my buddies were climbing and I was hiking through the caves. So pretty cool spot. We got Puerto Banús, España. Yeah, I feel like Aladdin when I'm up here on the roof, kind of like walk through the sheets and come up here to this spot. It's pretty sweet. We got Athena new here. Everybody give Athena a big warm welcome. I am in San Cristóbal de las Casas, Chiapas, Mexico at this time. And I will only be here for another few days, another handful of days, and then I will be heading to visit some friends in Colorado and seeing my pops, and then I'm off to Thailand. If I can get a direct flight to Bangkok, well, not direct flight, but if I can get a good flight to Bangkok, off to Thailand. May even fly to Tokyo to start the trip in Japan, and then do Okinawa, and then go from there to Thailand. We'll see how it all shakes out. I am flexible, champion of flexibility for sure. We got Jill says, never been to Thailand, but I've been all over Europe. The most beautiful place I've ever seen is Switzerland, Austria, southern Germany. Awesome. Yeah, the flight to Thailand, Cody, he says it intimidates him, and I'm like, yeah, me too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm hoping to get a good deal on like first class or something like that, or business class, so I can be comfortable. I've got pretty long legs for a 16-hour, 14-hour flight followed by a 4-hour flight, you know, that kind of thing. Mike says back in PDC September, so we'll live stream you in Thailand. Sounds good, brother. Definitely reach out. And Mrs. M, give my best to Mrs. M. Oscar says, looking forward to the Japan videos. Yeah, I'm really excited about Japan. It's always a place that, I mean, Tokyo is just a next level city for sure from what I've seen, but I think you have to be there. Like anything, you have to really be there. And hoping to be able to live stream a lot from Tokyo and just share real life experiences as they unfold, as they happen. The food, really looking forward to just abundant, good quality seafood, fish. Get my iodine, you know, because let's face it, guys, in Playa del Carmen, the seafood is not exactly abundant, and a lot of times it's not the best compared to like the Pacific or other places. I went in to buy some red snapper at one of the pescaterias, and it was like 600 pesos or 700 pesos a kilo. And I used to pay 20 pesos for a fillet in Puerto Vallarta at Pescaderia Chimo. So I'm just gonna visit some friends in Colorado, do some camping and some rafting. But the rafting, you just hit the nail on the head there. You said a little dry and smoky. And I don't even think there's gonna be enough water in the rivers to be tubing and rafting by the time I get there, but we shall see. Vietnam is on the list. It's certainly worthy of spending the whole visa there. It's just a matter of time constraints, whether I can get there before I have the urge to go back to Playa in November, December, January, February. But Vietnam is definitely, I got a subscriber and friend, Joel, in Da Nang right now, and he gave me the full breakdown on it, pros and cons. He really likes it. He left Playa del Carmen after, I think, coming back for just a month because of the sargassum. He was just disgusted with it. And he's like, hey, Ropey, I'm going to Vietnam. And sure enough, he messages me a couple weeks later. He's like, hey, man, I'm in Da Nang. These are my first impressions. So Vietnam's intriguing, to be sure. Chiapas, this place has been eye-opening for me, and I think one of the things I've loved the most is one of the things that I cannot film, and that is the indigenous people. I would describe it as my heart has opened back up being surrounded by these people, going to the markets like Jose Castillo and buying fresh produce and rambutanes and plums and all these things. The kids, the way they look at me here, they look up at me with their eyes big, like, who's this guy, you know, and they just look at me and smile. And it has warmed my heart beyond words. So I wanted to take this time to give a big thanks to Chiapas as well, to San Cristóbal, to the people here at the hostel, everyone from the cleaning lady here, to the restaurant managers and owners, to the indigenous people. It's been fantastic. Yeah, that's the sentiment there, is that we got a comment there, F the sargassum, ruined my last visit. Exactly. If you're gonna spend top dollar to go to a place, whether it's on vacation, whether it's to snowbird for 6 months out of the year, and Playa is a top dollar destination. A lot of things there are more expensive than the US. And then all of a sudden you can't even use the beach or get in the water. It's devastating. Okay, so we got Neil Stewart in the house saying Vietnam as well. Hey, welcome, Eileen. Good to see you here. And thank you, Patty, for saying that. Your content from Chiapas has been helpful. Thank you. Awesome. I've got a couple more from here, of course, on apartment rentals. I always try to do at least one good apartment rental video to show you kind of what you can get for the money. And I try to show month-to-month options rather than contract options. I found a couple month-to-month no deposit options that I'm going to share in Sunday's video for those of you wondering about renting here for, say, a month, 6 months. Thank you, Marcella. She says, because humble people love kind, humble people too. Thank you, sweetheart. Hey, sorry about that. Base Room says, I tried to meet you there, but you didn't read your IG messages. Yeah, I can't keep up with the IG messages, guys. It's a lot. I actually missed one from AccuWeather that I didn't see for like till almost a year later, and they wanted to use some of my content across their entire platforms, and I missed that one, which, you know, it always sucks when I go back through and I see what I missed. I did manage to connect with a couple subscribers here, Robert and his lovely wife, who's originally from Poland. Lovely couple. They actually got in a very serious car accident on the way here. They reached out in the YouTube comments and told me about their accident, and I went and met up with them at Revo, Bar Cafe Revolution, and we sat and wow, what a lovely couple. What a good time meeting them. Yes, I do need a secretary, Eileen. Put in your applications in the comments. Guys, I haven't wanted to cheapen the channel with digital assistants, with AI. Every single response that you get from me in the comments on the YouTube videos is from me. A lot of people are using bots. A lot of people are using the built-in AI within YouTube to respond to comments. Every single response is me laying in my bed or sitting on an ADO bus or walking through the streets or sitting at a cafe responding to you individually. And of course, it's become impossible to respond to every single comment. I think since the channel crossed about 10,000 subscribers, that's when I just stopped being able to completely keep up. But until I was at 10,000 subs, I wouldn't go to bed at night until I answered every single comment. But YouTube is like 10 jobs built into one. It's the conceptualizing, the planning, the filming, the editing, the thumbnail design, the titles, etc., and of course responding to comments in a meaningful way. So it all takes time, guys, and I do my best. I'm not going to move here full time. I got the question here, I thought you were moving. I'm not going to move here full time, but I am still considering buying actually 2 lots, and my friend Jose is considering buying 2 or 3 lots. And the plan was to buy property next to each other so that there's always someone there, and build some basic cabins out of local materials, wood, thatch, not thatch roofing, but the insulation, for example, would be from local materials. So Eileen says, we appreciate the time and effort you put into making videos and responding to comments. Thank you so much, Eileen. We got a comment here. Where are you, bro? I'm in Chiapas. I'm in San Cristóbal de las Casas, in the highlands of Chiapas, where it's cool. And we've got a nice little cool breeze throughout the day. And I am on the roof of my hostel at this time. So guys, this has been a fantastic live stream. I'd like to hear your final thoughts on where I should travel, where you'd love to see content from, and what style of content. Just type relocation or retirement or investing or travel or documentary, anything you want to see. And I'll leave you here in a moment with my final thoughts on San Cristóbal de las Casas as well. It's a gorgeous place. It really is. And I would say I would come back here, and my home base could be this place from, like, say, April to September. It could be from June to August. It could be 3 months out of the year. It could be 1 month. But I will say that by coming here for just the month of June, I saved well over 2,000 US dollars. And I'll give you a full breakdown of my expenses and exactly what I spent here in a month. but I can certainly afford Playa del Carmen. I want to keep building wealth. I don't want to spend I don't want to just consume. And so we got a comment here: travel, retirement, and bonus material. And Lee says, do you miss the beach? Of course I miss the beach. The beach is, oh man, it's life for me, like volleyball, beach, swimming. But the mountains, I have to say, I missed hiking. I missed walking up hills. My legs, my glutes have gotten so strong. The abundant nature. But some other final thoughts I have about San Cristóbal is the challenges, the quality of the water, the risk for infection, people getting viruses, people getting sore throats, people having eye and lung irritation, difficulty breathing, things like that. So it's not all rainbows and butterflies here, although there are a lot of beautiful, beautiful butterflies. But I would absolutely come back here. I've made some meaningful friendships. Yesterday I was out with my climbing buddies. I had Jose, Karen, Andrea, Jules, and we were out having dinner. None of us were drinking, none of us were on any substances, yet we were laughing till we were crying. Those are the kind of friendships I value more than anything in the world. And we're just constantly joking with each other. Jules, for example, always orders frappes everywhere he goes. And so I took a picture of him as he was asking the waitress, ¿Tienen frappes? And then I made a sticker out of it for WhatsApp, and I showed the waitress and showed Jules, and we were just dying. So the friendships I've made here have been a good indicator of my vibe with this place. So I've made friendships that don't revolve around anything toxic. They revolve around hiking, traveling, FIFA, soccer, eating good food, drinking frappes, all that. So the beer, Mike, is pretty much, we have the same beers, but there are a couple of craft breweries here. There's Jules, which, spoiler alert, one of the apartments I'm going to show on Sunday is actually inside the cerveceria. So go figure, imagine having an apartment inside a craft brewery. But the beer, there's also Tzotzil, which is a craft brewery. And Tzotzil, for those of you who don't know, are one of the indigenous groups of people. There's the Tzeltal and the Tzotzil. So there's a craft beer company called Tzotzil. There's Jules. There's also Naufragio, which is a very hole-in-the-wall kind of craft brewery. And I'll be showing that in a Hidden Gems of San Cristóbal video if I have time. And thank you, Roger Hefner, says, love your latest travel videos, Ropey. So the beer scene is actually on point, guys. I'll say the beer and the pizza scene, and I'll show you in an upcoming video where exactly the beer and pizza is the most on point. So there's a lot to like here, Mike. I really appreciate you asking about the beer. The water may not be great, but the beer, fantastic. So anyway, guys, those are my final thoughts. We've got Sasha here, says travel, Okanagan Valley, British Columbia, Canada. Please visit. I'd love to go back there. There are crocodiles, Helen, in the lower areas like Tuxtla Gutierrez in the river. We actually kayaked up Sumidero Canyon, and yes, there are crocodiles in that river. And yes, young Jules flipped over and he managed to get back in his kayak okay. I don't speak French. My French is pretty terrible, Bruno. And it's unfortunate because I really enjoyed Morocco, but man, the French is a challenge. More live streams, more Ronaldo. Thanks. Absolutely, Anna, you've got it. And Ronaldo has a little brother now, DJI Neo, who I took for his first flight. He was following me around through the forest of Arcotete. So really always a lot of fun to come. Hey, Luigi Sandrone in the house. Good to hear from you, brother. Un gustazo escuchar de ti, de vos. Viva Argentina. So we got Argentina in the World Cup. Yes, I'm estadounidense from the US, Bruno. Let's see. And we got Millie says, thanks for sharing your travels. I'm living vicariously through you. Thanks for coming along. Always a pleasure, guys. Alan, till we meet again. I'll see you again on 38th, walking down shirtless with my mate. You can bet on that. You can bet your top dollar. Thank you, Helen. Always here for you guys, and I appreciate you all being here as well. Thank you so much. Until next time, guys. See you later on. Rope Monster out. This is El Diablo. This is San Cristóbal. Enjoy the journeys. Sophie, hey, great to see you, sweetheart. Says, hey, Rope Monster, loving the San Cristóbal content, more live streams. Tracy, thank you for the safe travel wishes. Thank you, Sasha. And thank you, Luigi.